Yes, of course, there is something, and I want you to note this very, very carefully. There is nothing impossible. Tewali chitasoboka. As long as someone else can do it, then you can also do it. Then you too, you can do it. Luzei Andrew Anderson is my name. And of course, as I always tell you, I was camera shy given the fact that I've been working on TV for the last 10 years. Day in, day out, Monday to Friday, I'm always on TV and the cameras are supposed to be pointed exactly at me. But for some reasons, I always didn't feel okay, coming here on our channel or on Facebook. I do Facebook Live or I do Instagram Live because I'm a little bit shy. I don't like cameras. But the year 2022, I told myself, I'm going to start looking through cameras and I'm going to talk to my friends. So, this is it. As the year 2022 began, we had, all of us, we had challenges here and there. Of course, we had COVID. So this time around, I told myself I'm going to start looking through the camera instead of me going and looking for other people, celebrities, to do interviews here and there. We would chill in with maybe Wisdom Kaye or Eddie Kenzo or Spice Dana or Winnie Nwaji or all those, the people we call the so-called celebrities. And I was supposed to go to them and then do interviews. And then I get traffic, then you people can be watching. Why can't I also come? What are your 2022 resolutions? Basically, tulimo Feb. Omwezi guno egugwa kukiba kitegeeza tusigaza approximately 10 months for the year to end. What have you done with your life? What do you want to do with your life? Chicho yagala okola. No bulamu. So, now let me tell you a story. Most of the people, oyinza okubanga, you want to do something and then people tell you, you cannot do that, you cannot do that, you don't look good in the camera, you don't look sexy in the camera, so you cannot come and then start talking. Everyone has smartphones. In Uganda, we have a population of 45 million people. You have to go to other people, you see people say their things. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you brief stories, because I've been in entertainment for quite a long period of time, so I've seen very many artists come up. Some of them fall and others of them just stay constant. When I was starting my career, I met a couple of people. I met Spice Diana, very talented young lady. And I keep telling my friends that Spice Diana is one of the most hardworking, female artists here in Uganda. I've seen her the first time that, we started working together, a promoter, Bamita Junex. And then promoter Junex, they did not have money, but Junex came with a Bitenji, Uganda, Kitenji. And then he was like, hey man, Anderson, what was Spice Dana? Well, to Agarajeku show. By then I used to work at WPS TV. So nampe Chitenji Chawaguru, then nampa ne Chawansi. So I was like, no, it is cool. It is cool because I'm not the kind of person when I'm working on TV that I'll ask people for money for them to have interviews or we have an interaction with them. Never. I don't ask for money. So Bambi, Spice Diana came. She was still a young girl, and I think by then she was still at the university. Today, I'm looking at Spice Diana. She has built her mansion, a very big house. She's having different cars, and she's having very many endorsements when it comes to companies. Yeah, she's a brand ambassador of different companies. Away from, let's look at a little bit of Eddie Kenzo. Eddie Kenzo ngatambula okuva side ze Kajansi, Chibuye, no Jano Tambla, because he wanted to make things work out. And today, he's the biggest export, Uganda has ever gotten when it comes to artists. When we go to different artists, if we could mention, I cannot forget Dax Katero. He was also doing the same. So abakyali baba basobola okikola, now baba basobola okikola. Now me, I've been on TV for 10 years, as I keep telling you. But in those 10 years, let me tell you how it all happened. I was in hostels nganine with my cousin called Deborah Nakalioa. And then we were watching a TV show where I got to see kids competing to who can be the next TV presenter. And then I told her, I think I can beat those guys. And she was like, are you sure you can beat them? Naga abomba sobola. Jokira tuli muka hostel cafe, tuinawa katanda cafe, ensule no ya suleri. Then nangamba wobo sobola soko nkoliremu awo. Nambulira, by then we used to have the likes of Strackers, Stracker Baby, mujukira the late night show. Nangama soko kolemu ngaye. Then I did that. Kale waliwo Showtime magazine. Nanga kati omanyi soko kolemu ngaba Showtime magazine. I did that. Nangamba kati omanyi obasobola. I didn't have transport. Waliwo omuwala bamuyita Sharon Williams yabakinga Bobby Wine. By then I think she was in her senior 5. But try to gezaako kubanga twekwana here and there, ali mu senior 5, that is secondary 5, and then me, I'm doing medical laboratory. I was in Kasangati. Sina mu kasente ndi mu kusoma nangamba Anderson oba oyagala ebyo ngajjukira yayimba awandikira abayimbi enyimba awandikire the likes of ayambyeko the likes of David Lutalo, Bobby Wine, Bebe Cool. Mention them. She's been there and she's worked for them. Yabira behind scenes. Kati yali ayimba, by then she was having her songs. So nangamba manyenda kuwa kati nga yeba mwandoza ngawe banagamba bajita batya break eyo kusomero, and then she could give me like 5,000. So I moved at the National Theatre because bano bali bagenze in all the universities, Chambogo, Nkumba, Christian University, IIU, all those universities. So me, I came in the rest of Uganda because the rest of Uganda, me, I was doing medical, so they did not come in medical schools. And guess what? That's how I landed on my job. And now I'm a young ghetto youth. No, I'm not died, but at the end of the day, I want to make my life work out. That's how I came through. So it starts with you. It starts when you think about something. You'd be like, njagala funa omulimu, njagala kola ku TV, njagala kubeera lawyer, njagala. Take them step by step. So it starts with you. Think about it. Ogamo manyi, I want to buy a car. Let me give an example. You want to buy a car. You have to first think about it, because if you don't think about it, then tojja kikola. So kirowoozeeko, onokirowoozaako gambe, you know what, I want to buy a car. So if you say I want to buy a car, then put that in practice. So woba oyagala gula motoka, what are you going to start with? The first most important thing is you to think about it, that you want to buy a car. That is the most important thing. Everyone is talking about Bobby Wine. He's not been in politics for a long period of time. Naye yasoka nakiroza naga, you know what, no, bano bakyali batulidinga obi. Let me come up. Kanzije yakiroza kunachiteka mu nkola. Put it in action. Nesimbawo chadondo. Just like that, step by step. You want to record music, you want to be a music artist. Think about it. Onokiroza nga njagala kuyimba. Onokirozaako njagala kuyimba, yagala kuyimba kuki. Then go to the studio. Then go record. Okitegera. Save a little money that you're having. Do what you want to do. I've seen most of the people who want to be bloggers. They want to get to YouTube. You want to get on YouTube. Think about it. Wachirozako, the first thing to do, buy data. Asoka, whether it is 200 Ugandan shillings, buy. MBs ezisoka. Ogula MBs ezisoka. Obaza bibiri, obaza bitano, then open up. Genda ku YouTube, open up, sign up, sign in. Then be like, I'm going to do my first video. Then guess what? Fune simu yo. Start small, don't go high. Tandika mpola. Then we're recording. If you cannot record yourself, go record other people. Then otandike. But if you don't think about it, wotachiroza kutogenda chikola. olowooza ku ekyo ky'oyagala okukola n'omala n'okiteeka mu nkola. You first think about what you want to do and then you put it in action and then it will happen. Me, it came as an idea. I was watching TV and then I'm like, I can beat those people. And then my cousin is like, no, if you can beat them, show me some. So I showed her something. I presented, ngaba yimbi ebaja, nkubira mwa akapera n'okuba akapera. That's what I did. And then she's like, you can do it. Right now, it is my career. We always have people who are, in Uganda for some reasons, when people get to know, even if it's your friend, and they get to know that the business that you have opened up is yours, then for some reasons they do not want to associate with you, tebagala kola nawe, so they will not bring in money, which is a bad thing. Chibi. Now, let me tell you about something. I'm going to be telling you about my stories over and over, but it's going to be inspiring you in one way or another. So, I get to my first TV, and I'm being paid 120,000 to 120,222 shillings. Zemampa. But because I loved what I'm doing, then I was enjoying it. So, oyinza okubeeraawo, you want to venture into anything, start. The most important thing is to start. Me, I would say, given the fact that all those years, mbadde nkola ku TV, nkozeko ku radio, I've been an MC, but I've just started today. Why am I saying I've just started today? Because I never wanted to come in front of the camera and then I start talking. Wadenga eri mba manyi mulimu ninabe njogera now, but right now I feel like, no, I want to share my experience with you. With you. Oyina kyoyagala okola tandika. That is, let me tell you. Now, I go to school. I'm now studying journalism at UMCAD school. Then me and my friend, we are like, tuguleyo buno boda babuyita bu scooters, obwo butono si boda yenyine even obira bu scooters. And then when we thought about it and we were like, now kino kye tuba tukola tugule scooters. So we started saving for them. But then again we could get money. Netugamba naye nedda lwaki scooters katufune motoka. Now I'm telling you something very important. Listen very carefully. This is very important because it's going to change your life. So, to savinga. What savinga? Tulaba sente zijja. Then tugamba right tugula motoka. Tugule motoka. Lwakuba mu bwongo bwaffe twakirina in our brains that we want to get cars. So basically you're supposed to be having millions. So I was like, each time I get 100,000, I would save at least 50. I get 50,000, I would save 30,000 in a circle. Bajita Windsor circle, I could save. So before we know it, and now we're having much money, then we buy our first car. My first car, I bought it from my sister. She's called Winnie. She had a family. She had just gotten married, and now she's getting kids, and now she's having a chibina car. And she's like, kati engeri nze jenkuze kati abana bazze, so I want to get a family car. And then I come and I'm like, I'm going to buy your car. And then she's like, no, you cannot buy my car. Anderson, at least you're supposed to first buy land, build a house, and then you can think of a car. And I'm like, no, I want a car. I want a car. And she's like, okay, how much? Then she told me the amount, and then I went ahead and I bought the car. When I bought the car, I was like, everything is possible in life. Toli ayinza kugamba tosobola kikola. Never. Let me tell you, most of you people, you follow Fred Lumbye. Fred Lumbye, initially, bali batandika waliwo peng. So, what they used to do then is Fred Lumbye nga akubira peng essimu. Nga peng ali live ku Facebook ye. Nga ku Facebook ye, mchaza, na ayogera here and there. Then one day, Fred Lumbye nagamba kambitandika okambikole. Let me do it for myself. Natandika ne video ye soka eyokubiri. Right now, Uchija mu Uganda, one of the most watched people, Ngojeko Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. He's one of the most watched. One of the most watched. Yatandika. You have to start. Me, I've just started today, and I'm going to be talking to you every day. Every day. So Spice Dana was like, I want to be an artist. Natandika. Right now, she is very successful. Yatandika. The most important thing you're supposed to do is start. You want to get kids, you want to get a family, you know, you want to get a wife, you want to get a husband. The first thing you're supposed to do is start by dating. Start by dating. Manya azze. Teweyisaako munange chibebi. No. Teweyisaako. Berao. Oyina chaliwo, you know, ka bright kakwanye. Sigama mbukiriza. No. Naye tandika. Because you'll not get a family from a blue. Tebigenda kwekola byokka oyina tandika. You are supposed to start. Museveni yayagala kubeera president. Yatandika nafunayo bakyalibe n'abagaba bannange tufune emundu tugende tuyeekere. N'atandika. Atuvuze, atukalakase emyaka emeka. Bobi Wine, it is still the same thing. The most important thing, you're supposed to start. Tandika. Start today. Save. You know, abantu abasinga, me initially I thought getting $1 million is a lot of money. And $1 million sente nene nyo. Naye natandika savinga ofunye ebiri. Savinga ko ogumu ekitundu sigazaawo omutwalo. Ngendo laba nonno bikola ngendo laba akakadde munange kangu kafuna. Right now, when it comes to $1 million, I see it is little money. Abatulemesa mbulamu babeerawo banji nnyo. I've done things. I'm seated here. Next time I'm not going to be seated here. Why? Because I started with people. I had a dream and I'm like, guys, we are supposed to do this. We are supposed to do this. I get a camera person. I get someone who is supposed to sit on this computer. And we're like, we're supposed to be doing this. You have a dream. If you have a dream, if you don't put it in actions, wotatandika today, you're never going to start. Oh yeah, you know, for the ladies and you're overweight and then you're like, man, njagala kusala mubiri, and you're like, maybe njatandika kumande njafuna gym. No, start today by walking to work. Start today. Everything you want to do, start today. Tandika kati. Me, I started today. This is my second video today. I've shot the first video. Then I'm shooting another one. I started and I'm like, I'm going to look in the camera. Given the fact that I'm so shy. I've been on TV for the last 10 years. But I know I'm working for people. But now I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be the content. It's not like I'm supposed to be looking for other people, the so-called celebrities, when they come and they do interviews, that's when I'm going to be successful. No, I can do it myself. And guess what? If I do it myself and I come in front of the camera and start talking, chiba kitegeeza nti newemba mbadde mu nnyumba okumala emyaka 10 nenzala abaana 10 chiba kitegeeza ngenda kulya nywe nebake mfune vacations anywhere I want in the world because I am the content. Start today. If you need knowledge, look out for the people who have the knowledge. They tell you what you're supposed to be doing. But when you relax and you become so lazy, then guess what? Things will not be working out for you. I am 32 years old. But I told myself when I was still young, and I'm like, no. I'll not get kids, if I'm not married. I will not get kids if I don't trust this person. But I told myself, no, now I want to get kids. When the girl came, I was like, I'm going to be with her. I will not cheat on her. I stayed with her. And now, guess what? She's pregnant. And I'm like, I'm supposed to stick in there because that's what I want. So you're supposed to run for anything that you feel like you want, because I've noticed anything is possible in life. As long as you concentrate on it, think about it, then you will do it. Nothing is impossible. Buli kimu kisoboka. Abakulemesa bajja kubeerawo bangi. People will want to put you down. But guess what? when you're persistent and when you do it today. If you save enkumizo birirero, you save your 3,000, your 4,000, your 5,000 today and the next day and the next day, that means you're moving to where you want. You think 500,000 is a lot, but guess what? When you take it step by step, then you will do it. Definitely you will do it. It is all about consistency. Consistency, it means like you do it today, you do it the next day, you do it the next day, and you do it the next day. Me, I started today and I'm like, I'm going to do a lot of videos. I'm going to do over 10 videos today because I want to talk to someone. I looked at myself and I'm like, do I have to talk about artists? No. What is my passion? Where is my passion? And I'm like, inspiring people. And I tell them we can do it. We can do it. Chisoboka. Chitandika now, it begins with you. You don't start, then when will it start? I've started. We're going to be talking. We're going to be talking. We're going to be chatting. At one moment, Naliku TV, at Record TV, I had just started. When life became so hard, I left and I went to Rwanda. Life was hard. Then Record TV called me up and they're like, Anderson, we should come up with something. Let's work. Eyo show bali bajita katogo. Yali ya Douglas Ranga. I was in Rwanda. It was a foreign country, and then I was like, why can't I go work in my country? Because now I was going to settle in Rwanda, working for Rwanda TV. Then I'm like, no, let me come back to my country and I work. When I came, because my producer, my head of production was my fan, and he liked watching me on TV every day. They could watch me at their TV stations. And then when I came, he wanted to show power. I can control you. I can tell you what to do, when and how. And then I was like, no. Each time I could come at the job, I could kneel down and greet him, and he could feel so bad because he wanted me to show up at work at around 8 early in the morning, yet the show was supposed to be there at around 4 in the evening. Then slowly by slowly, I knew, and I'm like, I want this, I'm going to do it. No one is forcing me to do it. And at one moment, this is the most important part why I brought up this story. He told me, Anderson, watatuka no mubudde togenda genda kumpeo. Like if you don't come here a little bit earlier, 5, 7, 10 hours earlier, you're not going to go on air. I was like, no, I've been there, I've done it all. Going on air is not my priority. We should be helping other kids. Yeah? And then these artists are failing you. That's why I keep telling you, getting artists, more so those top 3, whatever you could call them. Because you will be a one-man's army, yes. But guess what? You could make a lot of impact if you help other people. Help other people. Yamba bantu abalala. Me, it is a church that helped me. It is a church that helped me to go through my education. And you're there, you're hating, and you're like, really, and the person even you're hating too. Takumanyi, tomulabanga ko. You're there in your kafunda. So, what I'm basically trying to tell you is that everything is possible. Pastor Wilson Bugembe was there and he was like, I can make it. I can make a church. People can come through. He did it. Every event they started with, I want this. You start by thinking about it, put it in action, and then do it. I've also just started today doing these things live, and I'm alone. I'm not having any celebrity with me, given the fact they'll be coming through. But now I'm the content, and I'm saying I'm going to be the content. I'm using English and Luganda. No. You can make it. you want to get a wife, you want to get a family. Chikirize, chitegere, visualize it and then put it in action. No one is so special. No one is special. Everyone fucking dies. You can make it. If they did it, then you can too do it. You can do it. Chisoboka, I'm telling you, Chisoboka. I worked, and most of the people think journalism is one of those jobs that earns. Yes, when you're at work, people are going to see you when you're at your workplace. But how much are you getting paid? How much are you getting paid? But then, chapati, but they're getting a lot of money, even more than you. So, do what makes you happy. Be happy. Be a born crying. You pass through life trying to impress people, but again you die unsatisfied. That's why I tell people, me, I don't care what someone does. You're gay, lesbian, you're NRM, it doesn't matter. Be happy, because life is so short. You're going to die. Be happy. Do what makes you happy. You want to be successful in life, you're supposed to start today. Today, right? Awit kajirako. Switch off. Yeah. My next video, I'm going to be doing lots of videos, whether they watch or they don't watch. I don't care. This is what I love. And definitely, if you're consistent and you do it today, tomorrow, and the next day, guess what? You get people who like what you do. You can put comments down there. You can text me. I'll put my number there. If you go in about, my number is there. We can interact. We can chat. You can do it. As long as someone else did it, then you can also do it. Thank you.